Intro again.
You say what's up, guys?
That's the intro. That's the intro of me going. What's our intro? I'm Gina.
I'm Mahalia.
And this is
the 10 and 3 podcast. What's up, guys? What's up? It's been, if I'm correct, it's been almost a month now. So
it feels like it's been all summer. I don't think we've done anything since, like, we haven't recorded since, like, beginning of summer.
So what have you been up to then?
Well, living life, I've actually been trying to, actively go against my initial instincts.
In what sense?
In the sense of, like, okay, so I'm like, and I know you can't tell because of my bubbly personality, but I'm actually very antisocial.
Sometimes a little bit more than me. So that's kind of funny, but yeah.
I literally had plans every weekend during the summer.
I remember that.
I had plans. It was really hard. If you didn't catch me a week, 2 weeks ahead, you didn't have me.
Nope, that is a fact.
I had plans every single weekend, Friday through Saturday, sometimes Monday as well. It was nice. It was a little exhausting, but it was really cool to, like, do stuff. And now, like, my plans are stretching even further, which is nice. But it's been just doing that but not even just in that sense, but also, like, my reactions to things. Instead of reacting, like, sometimes I want to get angry, and then it's like, let me remove that initial instinct and just, all right, deal with it this way and, like, calm down a bit. So I feel like that's been an interesting thing of doing. Along with that is the whole, like, anytime someone asked me for plans, I made it a rule for myself all summer that I could not say no unless I had a conflicting obligation. So that's also why all my weekends got packed. My weekends were packed because every single time that someone asked me,
you were just like,
I was obligated to say yes. And one person knew that I was doing that, and she made sure to be like, oh, let's ask Gina. And it was like,
so she could come.
I was like, okay. Thank you. But it's been fun. I've been doing that, feeding into my K-pop obsession more.
We were just talking about it.
Listen, I can't show you guys because my room is a mess, but
that's not completely true, guys.
It's
like,
a mess.
You don't see the aesthetic that you see, like, at least in the frame. Look how nice it looks.
It's nice.
Compared to studio number 1. This is really nice.
Studio number 2 is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like this a little bit more.
But I've been, like, I mean, you can see it. Like,
yeah.
This happened by accident. That's the funny thing.
It's really nice.
Thank you. Yeah. It's very me. By the way, guys, Blackpink, BTS, Twice, Red Velvet, GOT7, Stray Kids, I love them all.
So it's not just BTS. Okay.
No, it's never just been BTS, but BTS is the one that I'll talk about most because they're most popular.
Yeah.
Like, I like Stray Kids, I think, more than I like BTS, but I don't find as many people who like Stray Kids compared to BTS.
Is that like an older group or something?
They're actually not older. They're younger, significantly. Like,
no, I meant like did they start before or after BTS?
After BTS.
Okay.
After BTS, but I think, like, the thing that I love about Stray Kids is their choreography. I really love it. Not saying BTS can't dance, but I'm just saying I think Stray Kids could give them a run for their money. Ooh. Mostly because I don't even consider all the members of BTS to be dancers, so I might get canceled for that one. I still love BTS.
That's what's up for another episode.
You know, before I went on to that, BTS actually got me into buying other K-pop stuff. So I needed a pair of wireless earbuds because I've returned to the gym during the summer. And I needed wireless earbuds, and I was like, you know what? Didn't BTS have wireless earbuds? Well, not really did they, but I was like, just gonna buy Galaxy ones because I felt like they're better sound quality than AirPods.
I would think so, yeah.
And it's like I'm an Apple person, guys. I am Team Blue all the way.
Samsung,
but I'll be my iPhone,
my PC. Like, I always like to be like,
listen, I can bring out my iPad, my MacBook. Exactly. Like, I am an Apple girl.
Complete opposite.
I feel like AirPods are not quite as good as Galaxy Buds, and then I found the BTS ones. And after a lot of searching, because apparently that they were limited edition and they were released and sold out the same month that they were released.
Not surprising.
I know.
Not surprising.
I found a pair being sold from South Korea, and I paid almost $300 for an unopened box.
Gina!
I know! You guys, I'm poor! Don't let this fool you. I know, like, oh, she looks so cute. I am so poor!
That could be a meme. Don't let it fool you. I am poor!
I'm poor, but
I got
let
money.
me tell you, when I say listen to that music through those Galaxy Buds,
Worth every penny.
So, along with those Samsung Galaxy Buds, I'm so sorry for yelling.
Yeah, that's right.
Along with those Samsung Galaxy Buds came a pack of photo cards. If you're into K-pop, you know that a lot of their stuff comes with photo cards, and it's like a thing to collect photo cards of the artist. Personally, I've always thought that is freaking weird. Like, I've always been like, why you need pictures of them? That's odd.
Maybe it's your American showing?
Yeah, that's my American showing. I've been listening to K-pop since 2009, and I've always thought photo cards are weird. But this was the first time I bought merch, on-brand stuff from the record label, from the group, from anything. I've never bought stuff from any group. Even, like, back in the day when I was into, like, Jonas Brothers and stuff like that. Like, I got posters and stuff.
Right?
Yeah, they're more expensive.
I
got posters and stuff, and I'd have them up for a little bit, but I thought even that was kind of weird. But I got these Samsung Galaxy Buds, and it came with photo cards. And I'm not even gonna lie. At first, I started giving them away because I was like, this is dumb. But then I stopped, and I was like, this is kind of nice. Like, in my brain, I can feel the chemicals of happiness. Like, yeah, this is BTS. And I have a piece of BTS in my stuff. And so I went...
That's what my president went to.
See?
I just thought, like, I paid $300 for this. They came with this stuff, so I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to give it to other people.
I know, right?
BTS.
But, so I saw the photo cards. And that's funny, too, because I have cup sleeves, which I got because I went to go to this BTS cafe. It's BTS-themed cafe in, like, that's like an hour and a half away from where we are.
Yeah.
And I went there and I got a cup sleeve. And I honestly, I didn't even go there with the intention of being a cup sleeves collector, but it turned into that just because I have a weird habit of forming habits. But when I got those photo cards and I felt like the chemical reaction of happiness,
why do you call it that?
I don't know. Like, I really stopped and thought about it, and I was like, yo, I don't know why I feel like I like this. And you know, I was a psych major,
this is my
so
happy place.
Yeah. I was like, I need more. So I went and I started, like, asking. First, I started with my sister, who also likes BTS, and I asked her, like, oh, do you have any, like, photo cards I could trade or I could have? And she was like, okay, sure. And she gave me, like, a Jimin sticker and a bookmark and a photo card of Taeyong, also known as V. And I was like, okay. And then I ordered something from, like, Etsy that was, like, BTS related. And I love supporting small businesses.
Oh, is that the one you saw on Instagram? That I saw on Instagram?
I've posted a couple, actually.
Oh, okay.
I've just posted some on TikToks and one on, or
I think
it was
Instagram. I think it was on TikTok.
I
it was a
I bought
thing. Some kind of bracelet. I think it was on TikTok. I saw it.
I bought a couple stuff, and I bought them, and, well, the first one I bought, it was like a keychain thing, and it came with a photo card. It came with, like, 2 or 3 photo cards. And I was like, whoa, I have more now. And my brain feels nice again. So then I bought 4 more. And then it came with more photo cards. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a pack of photo cards, and then that'll be it. Cause, like,
yeah, then it'll stop. I'll calm down now.
$45 on 10 packs for each member of photo cards.
Each member, guys.
I have over 70 photo cards in my possession, guys. And I traded with my sister, and I have BTS themed stickers and stuff. And honestly, it feels nice to have it. They're not currently on display, but it feels nice to, like, have them and look through them. And I'm like, wow, they really got this down to a science.
You think?
Because I felt the need to spend more money when I knew that I was gonna get a photo card. Like,
yeah.
But I didn't even know with, like, my second, like, not even with the first purchase of buying the earbuds, I didn't know it was gonna come with photo cards. But it felt nice to have the stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was just nice having BTS themed stuff that's not just the cup sleeve and not just stuff from them. But it's, I don't know. I'm like really aware of how it makes me feel, but I'm also conflicted because I'm like, wow, you're really spending money for these 7 boys.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's okay because I'm gonna start buying K-pop other people's, so it'll
kind of even out.
It'll even it out
somewhat,
a little bit.
I feel like we were just here. You were asking me like, do you think I have it? Yes, listen, you have it obsession now, Gina.
You know remember when you said you never just like something? I understand now.
Yeah, when I told you never just like something,
I
you just
understand now.
Yeah, you definitely do that.
Now. And that's funny because you know what? I haven't pulled out all my Spider-Man stuff because I went through a hard Spider-Man phase.
I remember that too.
Hard Spider-Man phase. I still love Spider-Man, but I do not have all my Spider-Man stuff out.
Oh, there's actually some like hiding somewhere?
Yeah, I put them in storage basically because as I go through, I like move things around. But now I have my Marvel stuff on display again, so I'm probably going to pull those out.
Bruh, I feel like what we're going to talk about, we're not going to talk about. Because I just feel like we just need to talk about Gina's obsessions. Like, that's
I don't have any more obsessions.
Yeah, you don't. But let's go through your phases.
All right,
like, through our friendship.
Let's. And as we say this, guys, my TV screensaver.
Yes.
BTS.
I'll take a picture of it and put it on.
Oh my gosh. Pick a nicer one. This is an old picture of them. Yeah, look at little JK.
Yeah, okay, so obsessions. Do you want to do any trending topics before
let's
we
talk
get
about
into
obsessions, actually, for real.
Okay.
Honestly, okay, before we get into obsessions, because we already touched a little on it, but this is not trending, but this is just in and out. I think it was on the Ellen show a couple of years ago when she randomly was like, "Oh, do you wash your legs?" And then it came up again.
Oh my god! With
the
white people about like talking about how I don't watch this, I don't want that. Like what?
So my first question is, do you wash your legs when you take a bath or shower?
Yes, yes, I do.
My second question is, do you use a washcloth?
Yes,
right,
I purposely buy. I purposely was it a loofah thing. I purposely buy one every single time to make sure I do. And every time I don't happen to use it, I feel like I didn't shower.
Yo, you know, exactly. Like, you gotta get the dead skin cells off.
Exactly.
The dirt.
Like I don't know. Like it's very therapeutic for me to actually see the dead skin off. Of my
love
body
the feeling of scrubbing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice.
What is this? Like,
when you're going to go to the pool, do you not shower?
I actually don't remember if I do or not. I don't know if what's the protocol for that. Because like some people are like, oh, it don't matter. Some people are like, ooh, gross. You don't shower before you go to the pool. And some people are like, yeah.
I know a lot of white people. No offense. They don't, because they say it's like going to the pool is like taking a bath.
That's how they see it. What the heck? Well, I did actually see my grandma take a bath in it was at the beach though. So
the beach is a little different.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, no. Usually, if I'm going to the beach, it's not like a top of the day thing, so I've already showered.
Yeah.
But for the pool, I also shower before I go to the pool.
Yeah, I feel like it makes more sense.
But I also shower right when
I
come back because drying. But for the beach, like I go to the beach, I know I'm about to do a sand scrub. Like I will literally dedicate time just to scrubbing my skin with the sand and the ocean water because it's really good for you.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, instead of paying like $70 at a spa, I'm gonna do it for free at the beach.
That is true.
So.
That is true. If you liked what you're listening to so far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I had to say that.
Our randomness.
Yeah, shout out to the people that still watch. Okay, so
back to obsessions.
Yes. So
okay,
let me at least talk with the first one I remember. It's definitely. I think it's definitely.
We're talking about my obsessions.
Yes, your
We're
obsession.
not talking about obsessions in general.
Oh, you want to talk about obsessions in general?
I guess I'll chime in with in general, and you can just tell me.
Yeah. Okay. You start talking about obsessions, and I'll put your obsessions in there.
I mean, you can start it. Go ahead and talk about it, and then I'll come with the almost a psych major standpoint.
Oh, okay. I don't want to put it all on you, but I don't even know if I really have any obsession.
No, you can talk about mine.
Okay. The first one I remember is definitely Spider-Man. I don't remember when it was. I think we were still in high school. Right?
Yeah.
We were still in high school when like not like it, you never really liked like Marvel or that kind of stuff. That's when it really like became prevalent.
It was basically high school when the MCU kicked off.
Okay.
So yeah.
Dang, it's been that long.
I know, we're old.
You're kind of old, guys. Yeah, that's the one I remember, especially when the first movie came out. I think I even stupid how the post on Facebook of when we were watching it. I put it on Facebook because like Mahalia is watching with Gina. I think I still have that. So we went to watch the movie together.
We saw Civil War with our friends together, and Spidey came through, and I was like, yes, yes. I had okay, I forgot this. This was buried in my. I had all the Spider-Man movies on DVD.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And I had Spider-Man series. Like I was
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that's such a good.
I don't know where
series.
they are though.
Really? Maybe it's in storage.
I have to check. Oh my gosh, I just remembered that with you saying that. I just remembered that. Yeah, it was hard, y'all. I was in it deep.
Yes, she was. I remember like one time, I don't know if you know how we ended up at Best Buy. That's when you found some of those Spider-Man things and you're like, I gotta get it. We were trying to go like, sorry guys, I gotta get this. So we're like, okay. But Spectacular Spider-Man is definitely, I'm still mad that it was only like 2 seasons long.
The disrespect.
Yeah, the disrespect for that. But yeah, that's the first one I remember is Spider-Man.
I'm trying to think of what was I going through that Spider-Man was just so like my thing. I don't know. I still do like not to a lesser extent, but like not quite as obsessive about it since I've been super chill about what I've seen. I think so far. I think at the time, especially being like younger, I liked having a younger hero who I could relate with. Like school, pressures of life, blah blah blah. And honestly, and I still want to. I want to dress up as Spider-Man, be Spider-Man. I remember when I was hardcore working out last year, 2020. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, that was my mentality, that I was training for the Spider-Man movie. Even though they ended up moving the date. So the date that I was training for passed and went. But, but that was my mentality. I was so excited and pumped to work out and, like, do different stuff. And I think... Fun's like banked on that because he made us do exercise like a crawling one, and I was like, I was so excited to do all that stuff because for me in my head I was training to be in an MCU movie, in a Marvel movie.
That's kind of cool.
It really helped. I'm really big on like mentality and how I look at things. So like right now the K-pop stuff, it kind of really pairs up with what I have in my like mindset now. So that's why. But back then and like through 2020, like it was very much like it helped encourage me through fitness and all that stuff because I was always like, I'm training for a Marvel movie, or Peter Parker would do this, or be brave, be responsible, all that fun stuff. I was definitely going through that. That's the psychological.
That's actually really good.
Of that,
I definitely need that sometimes, like. And that's not just thinking about like right now, just thinking like, no, I'm doing this for the future me or whatever, something like that.
I mean, and I'm always. You're not supposed to like self-diagnose and stuff like that, but that's why I was interested in psychology because that's what I like to do. Like understand, learning all that stuff about the brain helps me understand myself and understand why I do things. But it also helps me like, oh, my brain is happy when I do this. I'm gonna do more of this. But like that was what the MCU and Spider-Man. MCU up until Iron Man died. Apparently, I don't care anymore because it showed out hardcore once Iron Man died.
Yeah, I kind of did a little bit. Well, with most of the main 6 Avengers, it kind of died down.
But... Ooh, have you been watching Marvel What If?
I have. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay. You caught up?
Yeah, I'm always caught up. Okay. But yeah, what was the next obsession?
Dang, that's the biggest one. I think you had like smaller-ish ones until I knew how big the K-pop thing was. So, I think it started when you started learning Korean. Right? I think
but I like started learning Korean like 3 times in my life, and I only just took it seriously this year.
Yeah,
now I can actually read it and speak it a bit. I can read it. I can't always understand what I'm reading.
Oh, okay.
Baby steps. But like I think it took a harder curve once I seriously sat down and started learning it. I'm only a couple months in, but I'm not bad or whatever.
Is the goal like to try to be like conversational? What is it?
Yeah.
Korean?
Yeah.
Right?
I want to be conversational Korean because, okay. Well, let's back up. Let's not get into the K-pop Korean part anymore.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think I have one. I think it's with when I don't know. I don't think it's an obsession, but you definitely had like a really thing with like Bed Bath and Beyond. You don't remember?
Bed Bath?
Yeah, Bed Bath. Like you like not like every time, but like you always seem to have like a new like body spray or something.
Bath and Body Works
or a hand sanitizer.
Bath and Body Works.
Whatever it's called.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Greatness recognizes greatness.
Okay, what does that mean?
And Bath and Body Works makes quality products. Please sponsor us. Use it. You can go into my bathroom right now. You know what? You don't even...
Wow. Oh, I thought she was about to actually go out. Oh wow, she has a basket, guys.
This is just lotions and body mist, okay? And in my bathroom, I have 6 bottles of foaming hand wash soap. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't English.
Form the words.
And I don't care because guess what? I go to that semi-annual sale or to that holiday sale and I stock up, okay? And guess what? Never fails me. Never fails me. You know how Jesus never lets me go? He put Bath and Body Works on this planet to take care of me.
Okay. Oh, so you know I should go there that often?
No, I just buy a lot when I go. So it does look like that actually, and I only just smartened up about that like a couple years ago. I did used to have to go like intermittently because I didn't buy enough. I would like to say that I did not start that on my own. That was Marlene. Yes, she was always gifting us this stuff. Yeah,
that's true.
So that wasn't even me by myself.
That was the once a year I got the Bed Bath stuff.
Yup. And then once I started working, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take care of me. I'm gonna smell fresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my own.
My hands are gonna be nice and smooth. I'm always gonna be. You know how I am already with hand sanitizer too, so it was just nice to have the sense of
hand sanitizer. Yes.
Like even now, I smell amazing. I'm a floral amazingness right now. If anyone ever wants to gift me, by the way, peach scents, or floral scents, or strawberry scents.
Oh. Okay. Actually, I like vanilla scents. But
vanilla is nice too.
But it depends like from where. Like if it's a cheap place, it doesn't smell good. So
I only do Bath and Body Works.
That's the only downside. Yeah, that's the only downside to that. Maybe we should do a video about that the next time you go. Because I actually never went to Bed Bath.
Oh, you want to vlog me going to? Oh, sure. You know, it's almost December. That's the time.
Or if it's her own personal channel, which you should be subscribed to. Yeah, even if I'm just doing the background, I want to see your process of like how you actually get your stuff.
Guys, yes, okay. You know what I think was a mild obsession, but not a huge, heavy one. But it's an offshoot of MCU, Black Panther.
Oh,
and Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman specifically. Yeah.
That was my brother. Yeah. That was my brother. When he died, I cried. And it took me so long to be able to watch anything he was in. And even the What If episode where that was hard.
You can,
I watched it, but it was rough because I think that's only the second thing I've seen since he died. Because for some reason, I had to rewatch Black Panther. And that was the first time that I didn't like cry through the whole thing. Like I literally couldn't hear him, see him. Like it was rough. That is someone that I honestly thought that I was going to meet one day. And to know that that's not possible at all. Yeah. So, I mean, I hope that, I can do something to be, like, up there with him, like, in the sense. But he was someone I really respected and I adored, in a sense, and admired. And that was without knowing anything about the sickness. Like, the moment that he hopped on and he was on Civil War, that's when he caught my attention. And I started learning as much as I could about him. I was like, wow, look at this guy. And then everything he did after that.
Working his butt off.
He's done some significant stuff. And I was like, this is someone to definitely watch. And I was like, oh, I have to meet him one day. And then, only for him, that when he did that announcement and he was like looking really sick.
Yeah,
and people were saying stuff.
That, yeah.
I was like, people not saying this stuff about my brother. Every time I saw him, I was like, that's my brother, guys. That's my brother. To the point where someone believed me. It was really funny. But like he did great stuff, and I was really obsessed with him. I was obsessed with Black Panther. I saw that movie.
Such a good movie. Of course, like there's what you saw with me.
I saw Black Panther the first week it was released. I went to go see it every day that first week. Every day I went to go see it.
You're one of those people.
And I picked different times so I could experience different, like, what are different
audiences? Yeah,
you know? Yeah. I remember I went one time 4:00 in the afternoon. And that's when the kiddos are there, you know, families.
Yeah, after school.
This one kid, that scene, spoiler if you haven't seen Black Panther yet, I guess.
Guys, it's been years. What are you doing?
That scene where he gets thrown over the edge, this little boy, he had to been like 7. He was like, no!
Aww.
And he just screamed in agony when he was thrown over the cliff.
Man.
And it was so funny because
it's a movie, yo.
Yeah, that is true. His mom's like, shh. She ended up having to take him out and then bring him back in, and then when he comes back, he was like, he was actually traumatized. Oh, this poor little kid, he's gonna.
He was actually traumatized. Oh my gosh, it's just a movie, kid.
Poor thing. Yeah.
But yeah, did you know that actually recently? I guess this is a trending topic. Recently, Howard University, their fine arts hall, they renamed it to the Chadwick A. Boseman Hall.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That's so nice.
That was cool to find out.
What was another?
R.I.P. the Chadwick.
Yeah, that was my brother. Yeah, I really. Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton and Lin-Manuel in general.
Yes, Lin-Manuel.
Big fan, Lin. I doubt that you're watching this because this is too big and broad for your scope.
Yeah.
But definitely Hamilton, Lin-Manuel. And you know what's funny? Before I really knew Lin-Manuel Miranda, I knew his face, but I didn't know his name until Hamilton.
Wait, how did you know his face?
Because he was in, well, first of all, he did In the Heights, which was recently, this year, this past summer, released as a film, like a movie.
Yeah, movie.
But it existed as a musical first. And I love musicals. I have for a long time. So In the Heights has been in my scope for years. And I love In the Heights. I love It Won't Be Long Now, and I love Piragua. Those are my 2 favorite songs.
Piragua.
I love those songs more than anything that Lin-Manuel has ever written. Those are the top 2. So if you think,
really?
Oh, she loves Hamilton. Wow. Yeah, I like Hamilton.
Dang.
That
I would
In
not
the
think
Heights.
that.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't. But yeah, so I love that. But I didn't really pay attention to Lin-Manuel then. It wasn't quite as big. And it's funny because I was obsessed with Hamilton.
I remember that.
Obsessed. And I was obsessed with it like a couple months after it started on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Broadway or no? Not Broadway. Maybe it was. I can't remember. But I just know that our friend Peter was going to be singing one of the songs at his show at school. This is back Seacrest days.
Oh yeah.
And
I think he was like in some like theater class. And
yeah,
they had like some kind of solo performance.
He did You'll Be Back.
Yeah.
And someone else.
Oh, he did You'll Be Back.
Yeah.
Oh.
And someone else sang Burn.
Oh.
Burn is the song that made me go listen to the entire Hamilton album. Well, it wasn't an album yet at the time.
Soundtrack.
It didn't even have anything out. It was just people putting the stuff online.
From the Broadway.
From the Broadway, yeah.
Oh wow.
From the show, so like it didn't even have anything.
You were back then.
That was a long time ago.
That is a
guys. Long time ago, before even it had an album out. I was listening to that and crying, even though I already knew Alexander Hamilton's history because I'm a U.S. history nerd person. Yeah. For fun, not because, I'm trying to be a history teacher or anything. Like,
another obsession.
That is true, I never really go halfway with it.
Yeah, let's still go on the Hamilton track. We still got a good couple of minutes. We can still get to that.
Yeah, Hamilton was hardcore. Learned like basic, not all the words because you can ask, to this day I don't know Right Hand Man. It's just too fast. I'm not a rapper, okay? I'm not a rapper. I'm a singer. I'm not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper.
But I definitely know if you play a song, just the beginning, I can probably tell you what song it is. Because that's how much I was listening to Hamilton, and then when the soundtrack came out, listening to it over and over again.
Yep.
I made other people start. Yeah. Anytime you're in my car. Yep. Anytime you're in my car, guess what's playing? Hamilton.
Yes.
Never halfway. Surprisingly enough, recently I made the decision to delete the bootleg version of it that I had on my computer.
This is recent?
Yes.
Wow, Gina.
Lin-Manuel, I really hope you never see this. So somebody went to the show when he was in it, because this was filmed. I got it like right before he stopped being in it.
Yeah.
So it was still literally being shown. And someone filmed it. You're not supposed to do that, obviously, and they filmed it. So like, there's parts where people stand up and clap. You don't see nothing, because that's how bootleg this was. And you know I don't like pirating stuff, but this one I remember I downloaded it, and it was in my computer. I had the entire show with the intermission in my computer.
Oh wow!
And for the longest time, I would not delete it. I would sometimes go back and watch it. Like, I think actually did it, because it wasn't originally in my MacBook. I think I did. I had it on my HP. It's been a while, guys. I've had this.
That is a while. I remember when you had that HP
for a while. It
was like one of your like first like laptop.
Yeah.
Things.
So
yeah, I remember that.
I only deleted it recently because I was like, all right, you know, it's on Disney Plus, and you know, it's nice to not have people standing up in the middle of the show. So I guess, and I deleted the largest file on my laptop.
So your laptop was probably like, thank you.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. She got rid of that one. Yeah. Yeah, I was really into Hamilton. I still like Hamilton. It is still in my top 25 most played songs in my phone.
Like ever?
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It was, I don't know how many times I was playing. I'm sure if I pull it up on my laptop, I can like see the numbers.
Yeah.
But it is, I played it for like 3 or 4 years. Just Hamilton. If you went in the car with me, Hamilton. If I was cleaning, Hamilton. To the point where it spread off to other people. Like, I had my students, my band students, listening to Hamilton. I had my summer kids, my first group I ever had as like teaching, listening to Hamilton. Like, that's how hardcore I was into Hamilton. And I'm happy to have spread the light that is musical theater to these children. But
that's good.
I have calmed down on Hamilton.
At least the Hamilton
I still respect and love Lin-Manuel, but I don't need to know his tweets and notifications. Turn them off, because I can chill. I can chill now. I turn them off.
That's not you sure you chill. You just turn them off.
I turn them off. If I see him.
Yeah, when I open Twitter, I'll see what he says.
If I see him, I see him. I don't need to know. And he's not even on Twitter like that, like he was back in the day. But, you know, it was like...
probably because of the popularity of Hamilton
yeah,
at the time.
And he's doing other stuff. Click Boom? Click Boom, Vivo.
What's Click Boom?
It's a Netflix movie, I believe. See, that's how you see how far.
Oh, that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Okay, with Andrew Garfield.
There's another one too,
who actually was Spider-Man.
I think he was the
Vivo?
best looking Spider-Man.
Yeah, he definitely was. He definitely was.
Best looking Spider-Man.
Oh, that
quippiest Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Tom. I love you, bro. I love you.
Yeah, definitely the quippiest.
But he was so quippy. Oh, you found my weakness, small knives. That tells you how many times I've seen that movie.
Yeah, but Tom Holland's the one that looks the most like how would I imagine Peter Parker.
He looks the most like Peter Parker. Tobey Maguire was the most Peter Parker, like, nerdy-wise. Yeah. Because I don't think Tom Holland's is nerdy enough.
No, not really.
He's little kid enough.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He has this kind of coolness to him. So it's like,
yeah.
He's not really that nerdy.
Like, he's not that nerdy. And I think it's because he has to do he has to work around the accent. You can't work around the accent and be nerdy. That's too much work. That's too much work.
You gotta pick a struggle.
Yeah. Pick a struggle.
So I guess he picked the accent.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all it is up to the K-pop, because I just kind of recently started to chill out with the Hamilton stuff. So Hamilton, but the funny thing is, like I said, I've been listening to K-pop since 2009, because I started watching K-dramas before I started listening to K-pop. K-dramas brought me into K-pop.
I remember those K-dramas.
Boys Over Flowers.
I don't think, Boys Over Flowers.
Boys Over Flowers.
Maybe it was because, like, I don't even know how I didn't think about it till now. Or maybe because, like, I don't know, like, you go hit it or something like that. I don't know.
I had to.
That could be why.
That was K-pop back in my...
I don't remember it that much.
Back in my day, you didn't tell people you listened to Kim. You didn't tell
back in
people
those days. especially as a person of
anime
color.
and K-pop. You did not tell people you were listening to it. You were watching it.
You're a black person into the foreign stuff. What?
Yeah.
Well, it's an American thing too. It's so weird.
Honestly, so I'm now starting to be more open about the fact that I listen to K-pop, and I get that a lot. Like, baby, do you see what your skin color is? I was like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
I made passive aggressive TikToks about it. Like, yeah, so what if I'm black? I like K-pop. Like,
oh, that's a thing. Like, you're like, what if like. Not like that, but I mean like there's like prejudice or something like that towards people.
Well, on both sides, but not really, but both sides. Because, you know, it's already rough being black no matter where you go.
Yeah, that is true.
But, like, a lot of fandoms are toxic.
That is true. And fandoms in general, when you get deep enough into it, they become toxic.
So, you know, just like in anime, if you're doing cosplay, people will be like, oh, well, that character's not black.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in K-pop land, nasty, messed up stans, I don't even like to say stans because we all know where that comes from, not about it. They'll be like, well, so-and-so K-pop idol wouldn't even like you because you're dark.
Like, whoa. What a thing to say.
Wow. So... You know, that's a thing. And honestly, you know, Korea, if you know Korea, and a lot of places in the world, they favor paler skin. They have whitening products. Some of my, I'm pointing at it like you know, but some of my skincare stuff that I use is Korean, and unfortunately, one of the things that their stuff tends to do is, like, whiten your skin.
Oh, really?
So I try to be careful about how I put on my skin so that it's even.
Yeah.
But I don't really like the fact that, okay, this is a makeup base, a sunscreen, but it also whitens. And it helps with no wrinkles, but it also whitens. But it also hydrates, but it also whitens. It's like, so good for me, but
eye strict. It also whitens.
And also whitens. And it's like, why y'all so... But I also know that, like...
Well, that's also a problem in even our own community.
As you know, people. Colorism is a thing, and
it is very real to this day.
Yeah, so it's a thing, but like, it's like I said, now I'm like more open about it. Last year, if you asked me, I wouldn't be telling people like, yeah, I listen to K-pop. Like, I think I downplayed how much K-pop I listened to, and I only like recently started like, you know what? I'm gonna add all these K-pop songs because who cares?
Why would you ever care anyway?
I always, like, in the past, I've always been, like, when I'm adding music to my phone, I'm like, what if someone takes my phone and they see this?
I used to be like that so much.
Like, I was like,
I used to be like that
no
so
explicit
bad.
songs, BB.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like,
still kind of do
you know,
that,
when they're like,
but...
oh, if Jesus looked at your phone, what would he say? And I was like, damn, you right. You know? But then, as I, like, got older, I'm like, Jesus, this song don't make sense without the cuss word.
I didn't make the song.
I didn't make this song.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Jesus, look at the content. Forget the words. Look at the content.
Look at the content.
And I'm still very much about the content whenever I'm listening to music. So,
same.
But like, I was always like, oh, I don't want to expose myself, blah, blah, blah. And I would like, if I was in the car and something like Girls' Generation came on, I'd be like, skip. Like, I'm not going to listen to that around people. Now, I don't care. You listen to it just with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why should I care? But no, yeah, like the K-pop thing, it's hitting really hard right now, especially too because when I first started listening to K-pop, I was 14. I didn't have my own money. I was limited on the stuff that I could like see and go to. Like the fact that I drive an hour and a half to 2 hours to go somewhere just to get a drink and a cup sleeve,
which I need to try.
That would be ridiculous to do. I'm actually going this week. This week on Saturday. I haven't updated my calendar.
Oh, okay.
I'm going on Saturday because it's June's birthday. So.
Oh, two of them have birthdays in September.
Yeah, which is rough, but you know, we going. I don't know. The December ones are gonna be rough too because one of them, his birthday is like right around New Year's, and I was like, dang, what's wrong with you? Whatever. Like I couldn't do that as a 14-year-old. If I was like asked my mom like, hey, can you drive me to a whole nother city just for a drink? My mom would look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember
for what? Something that's Korean?
You know what? And even now, like, I remember when I went to work after I went to that, because I go and come back same day. It's not that far, so it's, like, not crazy for me, at least.
Yeah.
And people were like, you went to a cafe for a member's birthday? Was he there? No, he wasn't. imagine so. And if he was there, I would not go. I don't like large crowds. Like, I can't see myself.
Bring crowds, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see myself going to one of their concerts unless I'm performing.
You wouldn't
that into existence.
You would never go?
No, I don't like crowds.
Oh. Okay.
So unless I'm performing too, or for some reason I'm backstage, not working, unless I'm performing, I would not go to a concert for anybody actually, because I don't like crowds.
So are you just talking about them, or are you saying like any other?
I mean, Bam Bam, if you want to collab. No, actually, I would be terrified if Bam Bam asked me to collab. BTS, I think I could professionally work with, not Bam Bam. I have no... I feel like I could be a normal person around BTS, but other people?
No.
Stray Kids? Maybe. They're like younger than me, so I should be good, but at the same time, Felix is so cute. But he's younger than me.
Dang. So that means like if I wanted to go like to like Bruno Mars or something like that, you wouldn't want to go with me?
Nope.
Dang.
I don't do crowds. I almost went to...
Or maybe even Beyonce, even though I'm not really
Beyonce, I mean, honestly, I feel like she'd be worth it. She would definitely be worth it. I almost went to an Ariana Grande concert, and I saw those ticket prices, and I was like, ain't nobody worth this.
It was like that.
Yeah. No. Like I said, if I'm gonna go to a concert, I have to be a part of that concert. I'm not gonna go to...
I can understand that. Yeah.
Or like if I'm
seeing
because it's too much.
Yeah, just seeing those snaps and stuff of like some of my friends back in the day going, like, it's so crowded
and so loud. Imagine so loud. It's like you're going.
That was before COVID, guys. Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID, BTS did this thing called Bang Bang Con where they had it was 8 hours of them, 3 concerts, and in between each concert was like their music videos and stuff. Guys, I was wrecked for sleep for 3 days. No, a week actually. It messed me up for a week.
A week?
Yeah, because I had to go to sleep early and wake up in the middle of the night to watch it, and I watched it from the middle of the night all the way through sunup. So I was awake for a long time, and you know I need my sleep. I'm a person who didn't even stay up to do homework. Like, I went to bed. And so that wrecked me for like about a week. It took me to like get myself back on track because I was so tired, right?
Yeah.
But it was all their concerts and stuff, and like I think it was like the last one they showed. It was like them in Brazil, I want to say. Bro, the entire stadium was singing with them. And you know when it's a filmed production, there's special mics and everything, so you hear them, but you could still hear the audience. That's pretty how clear, loud, pretty clear. And how many of them were singing along. Like, that would be too overwhelming for me to be in the midst of.
Yeah, that's
true. It would be too much. I wouldn't be able to handle it, and I recognize that. I love BTS, but I also recognize my limits.
Yeah, that's good.
So the only way that I would see them in concert is if I'm also a part of that concert. So Hive labels. I'm available. I'll travel if you want me to. I'm not vaccinated yet. That changed. Remember that video?
Oh, woo! Yeah.
That changed.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not in this one.
Okay.
But I would love to like perform and stuff. But I would not like to have like my own concert, so I don't mind like opening,
yeah,
being open and
like
doing intermission.
Yeah, this sounds a nice
like,
medium.
I still get to do the tour, and I get to like, this is
that's just best.
Yeah, but I would never like go to a concert. It's just too many people. You see those videos from like far away, and you're looking at basically the screen. You could watch a screen from at home.
Exactly.
Same thing. So.
That is true. Like, you see the people all the way in the back, and they're literally just recording the screen of the person up there because they're so far back.
I remember I went to a Chris Tomlin concert, and it was essentially the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Like, we weren't super far.
Wasn't that a church, though?
No.
Oh,
it was a stadium.
Oh, it was a stadium.
I have not been to... Okay, that's a lie. The Carrie Job concert I went to was at a church, right? That was a church, right?
I think.
The Garden one?
First Assembly? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a church. It was a large church, but that was a church. But Chris Tomlin, 10th Avenue North, Mandisa, Toby Mac. I went to stadiums to see those artists.
For King and Country.
And it was like, this is nice, but this is like... I was lucky that we weren't like super squished with people too.
Yeah.
For those concerts. But...
If we were like out, like we went to the bigger cities, definitely.
You know what was a concert experience that I was like about? It was cool, but it was like, because I was too many people. Travis Green. And that was on a small scale.
The setup, yeah. I was not expecting that setup.
And it was a lot of people. And even, like, people were acting like, this is Travis Green, y'all chill out. Like, imagine that, but on a grander scale. Like, that would be way too much.
Yeah. The setup was not what I expected. You can always talk about concerts another time.
Yeah.
And who you want to see in the future. But is there any other more obsessions you'd like to
share? I don't
think
I have more obsessions. I'm K-popping it out, Korean. I can't even say K-pop. It's really Korean lifestyle. That's what it is. Because it's not even just K-pop. If it was just K-pop, it would just be like me standing a group. But I don't like to stand because I don't like to. I obsess, but I don't stand. By the way, guys, standing and
I was about to ask you.
That comes from the Eminem song, Stan. Which is like this guy who was really obsessed with an artist and he was writing all these letters and first it was like really like, oh, I look up to you. I don't know if you, and then eventually like it morphs like, I don't know if you're getting these letters, you never respond. I'm doing this, that. And the person like keeps getting angrier and angrier that they're not getting a response because they love this person so much to the point that they end up like killing their pregnant girlfriend and I think themselves in a car accident. If you know the song, it's like the refrain has Dido. It samples her song Thank You and it's like, my tears gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all. The morning rain lights up. Like it's sad. Damn. And people, that's where the whole stan thing comes from. That's why I don't like to say, oh, I stan a group. Like I'll say like, oh, I really like this group, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I obsess, I'll say that much.
So if you remember where that word comes
stan
from,
is really like it's deep and it's like I'm not gonna kill nobody or myself.
I can understand how he made that word.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like some people are like on that kind of vibe. Too much. Yeah.
And I don't even think I could be qualified as a true stan or a fan because I don't even like to go by the fandom names like ARMY and Stays and Blinks.
What do you mean by?
Those are the names of the fandoms. I don't like to go by that because there's so much negativity.
Oh, you don't like to go by that? Okay.
Yeah. And
like
and
you
also,
don't put it on your bio or something like
that. As a black K-pop fan, I already got to deal with too much. So I'm going to just say, I like them. Yeah, I have cup sleeves. Yeah, I have photo cards. It is what it is. But it's not just a K-pop thing. It's just like a Korean lifestyle thing. I really like the way that they do their stuff.
So
and it kind of drips into like the Japanese lifestyle too a little bit, but not really. It's mostly Korean.
So before we leave, even though I feel like even though our time is kind of running, I feel like I have to ask this question. Since you're the intellectual, more educational intellectual out of us, would you, like, I guess you don't, but like, can you explain to people why it wouldn't be considered like, for you, like appropriating or anything like that, like along that lines?
Okay, so for appropriating, first of all, I'm not doing like, okay, there's this guy, I don't actually know his name because people will say it inappropriately because they don't want to give him too much attention, but I think it's like Ollie or Oliver Landon or London.
Yeah.
So he legitimately is some English dude claiming to be Korean, got surgery to look more like one of the BTS members, and he corrects other people on how to speak Korean. I don't do that shit. Excuse me. I don't do that.
Gina, again, I gotta bleep.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't do that. I do like the kawaii, but kawaii culture is not just Korean. Like I said, that's Japanese, but that's like, I like the cute things, and I like the skincare stuff, and I don't really dress like, I don't think I dress like them. I guess it's like inspired, but it's not.
I don't think so.
I'll do inspired by, but I'm not gonna straight up be like, oh, I'm Korean.
Yeah.
안녕하세요.
Yeah.
Oh, oppa. I don't do that stuff. Listen, I don't just, take the K-pop music, the Korean music, and the shows. I don't just intake it and then say that I am it. I'm also learning about the culture and trying to understand the reasoning and stuff behind that. So I'm not just picking up and trying to wear a hanbok, which is like a traditional like clothing. I'm not trying to go there, wear it, and be like,
I'm Korean or something like that.
Like, no, I don't do that. I'm still me, okay?
You just happen to...
I just like appreciate the different things in their culture, and I also like it because it's so not American.
Everything is so not American.
It's so not American. Like there's the Dutch, the English. They have things that overlap with being American because that's essentially where we're from. But not other cultures.
Mm-hmm.
I like honorifics. I know people are like, oh, I don't like honorifics. I don't like have a respectful form of speaking and an informal way of speaking. I like that. Even French has that too. Like other languages and stuff I like that.
That is true.
I like sir, ma'am kind of stuff.
Yeah, even sometimes when it comes to certain things in Creole, it's like that too.
Yeah, I like...
Just English is not
I like
that.
the etiquette of, oh, you don't just take something with one hand, you take it with two to be respectful. I like that kind of stuff. And I learned that for whenever I'm learning like one thing about a culture, I'm gonna learn like a lot around it just so that I don't misappropriate.
That's important too. Yeah.
I don't just
that's a good
look up the lyrics and then be like, oh guys, look, I'm this, I'm that. No. I definitely do the heart thing and the peace signs a lot though now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, you got me doing it too.
But like I also know like going into things I can watch something and be like, they're being disrespectful. They're using informal language. Do they know that person? And I get that kind of stuff when it pops up in things. Like, I'm not just doing it to be like changing who I am, but to like add additional knowledge and like incorporate it in a sense. But yeah, I'm not. That's it. So now if I like ever pop up and I like have straight hair and I'm like, but would you be? You're younger than me? Oh, I can't call you Nuna. Whatever, if I lied and I was like, Nuna. I forgot how to say I'm sad. I only remember how to say I'm happy. Or I'm pretty. I'm still learning, guys. But it's like, if I started being like doing too much with it, you would be able to tell. But you can also tell where it's like merged into who I am. Like, I will do the little like, hey guys. And I'm being cute, or I'll be like, you know, like I do little things like that, but it's like I'm also like consuming this stuff a lot, so I'm gonna like naturally start to show it. Just like sometimes when I listen to a little too much Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B,
get a little ratchet.
I get a little ratchet. Not even into this. I don't even see ratchet as a negative.
I don't either. I don't
like
either.
Sometimes I'd be like, you know what? And I'm a boss. And that's it. I'm period. Okay. All right. So it'll. And I don't have long nails, but I'll sit there and I'll do this, and I'll be like, okay. Like it's just as I consume it, it like merges in. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm Korean now. I'm not gonna correct someone on how to speak Korean like my sister does to me. I'm not gonna say any of that, but I will like point things out if I'm watching something. I'll be like, oh hey, that's Korean. Oh hey, that says that. Like if I know it, but just like I speak English, I understand French, I'll point things out for that too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take on the culture and say it's mine, but rather appreciate like, oh wow, this is really nice. And that's also though why I like stress like learning the history and the culture around it all. Don't just pick and choose.
That's important too.
You need to understand why do they have this against this, like the random thing about what Korea has against Japan.
Yeah.
That was such a like, oh okay, so I see why, because there was an episode of Kim's Convenience.
I remember that. You got me into that show.
Yeah.
That show was really good.
And I was like, yeah, but they're not all Korean. And I was like, damn, the struggle's real. Imagine.
Wait, are any of the actors? I think are the actors Korean?
Not all of them. Like, what's his name?
Simu?
He's not.
He's not Korean.
I'm pretty sure he's Chinese. I'm like 98% he's Chinese.
I think thanks to you, I can have a good look of how people look. I don't think
that too. When you watch a lot of them,
you got it.
You start to like be able to pick it apart. Like, oh, okay.
Or you tell who. I think you might be right. I think it's the sister that might be Korean though.
Yeah.
I don't know about the parents. I don't know about the dad, but the mom, I think she's Chinese. Yeah, she looks Chinese, then
but
she's Korean.
It's rough out here, and I get it. But yeah, always educate yourself no matter what, you guys. That's Korean culture, U.S. culture.
Being American
history. We're not even gonna call it culture. American history. Forget the culture. American history, because there's just too much. Just always educate yourself and don't just claim something as your own. It's just kind of like how people who are not in America, like, okay, the Korean hip-hop scene.
Oh, okay.
It makes me cringe a little because, like...
It takes a lot from the American...
Hip-hop is
Black culture.
It was here like first. And I don't want to say like
American culture, which is black.
Yeah,
culture.
it's black culture. And when BTS first started, they were a Korean hip hop group, right? There was a lot of cringy stuff happening
because of that.
Because they were doing hip hop, right? Yeah. And if you look at the Korean hip hop scene, you can see a lot of cringy stuff. But also, then as they got older and they learned more stuff, they're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. And this is, man, I wish I knew them so I could clown them for this. There is one of the BTS songs that he literally goes West Side Till I Die.
Ooh.
You're from Seoul.
What you know about the West Side?
What you know about West Side? I don't know about the West Side.
Yeah, we're from Florida, bro.
I'm from Florida.
We don't know about no West Side.
But that's obviously like, oh, I listened to the music and I didn't learn much beyond the music.
Yeah.
So that's in a way like, oh, Korean hip hop is appropriating black culture. Yeah, I can see that because you just started picking up and saying and doing things without knowing what is the significance,
what is the meaning behind it.
But
yeah.
they did a show. I don't think the show is in it doesn't run anymore, thank God. And they did a show and they went to, back when they were considered a hip hop group, and they went to America and they were like learning about hip hop and they had to learn the history behind certain songs. And I could tell from the moment that they did that, all of their stuff changed. Suddenly it wasn't cringy. Suddenly it wasn't West Side Till I Die. They weren't doing all of this stuff all the time. Like, I hate that junk so
I don't like doing
much.
That.
I hate that.
Yeah.
We don't know that, okay? We don't know that. We're from the suburbs.
We're from the suburbs.
We're from the suburbs. And you're from the city. You don't know that.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know about that.
You can tell, like, the difference between, oh, we didn't know and now we do. And unfortunately, you still see that in Korean hip hop. I don't listen to Korean hip hop as much. I will say Korean rap, actually, rap outside of the US be hitting hard for some reason. I don't know.
Well, because...
I don't know. Some of it, and I'm not saying that American rap is bad, but I'm just saying, like, you have to understand, like, once you learn the reasoning behind stuff and, like, the significance, it's easier to not do something like West Side Till I Die and you're from Seoul, no offense. He knows who he is. But, like, so I think that kind of helps me with not appropriating it, but rather appreciating it. I'm not gonna do all the cringy, I'm American, but, oh, ooh, well, ooh is not Korean, but whatever. Something, 아이겨, 귀엽다. Like, I'm not gonna be doing all that.
I was born in the wrong country.
I hate when people say that. I hate born in the wrong country and born in the wrong time, because, like, what time do I have? Nothing. No time. Like, but yeah, that's that. That was a good question. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
like,
great
I felt
question.
like it kind of ran our time a little bit, but I think it was very important to have that part in it, especially, like, talking about your obsessions. The last thing we need is for people to think certain stuff, and so I wanted to make sure we clarified that first.
Yeah, so. Guys, we do not culturally appropriate here. Sometimes I think I culturally appropriate being Haitian, but that's a talk for another day.
Yeah, you can explain to me, but yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Well,
that's all we have for you today, guys. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of our lovely faces, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Like this video. Thank you for watching the 10 and 3 podcast. Annyeong!